Okay, good morning, everyone. Hope you guys had a good day and that you guys are fully rested for today. Okay, so what I'm seeing today is that basically, in the beginning of the week, we were very carefully calculated and mentioned that there would be a chopped week. Okay, so it's important to know the overall sentiment because, I got some messages from the small account traders telling me that and that's what pretty much kept them away from the markets. There were some great trades. We gave some small account trades and shop and so forth. But overall, it's always important to keep an eye on the overall premiums and listen to the morning calls so that way you guys have a sentiment and that way you guys know the expectations in terms of what to do and how to play the overall market. Okay. So currently, I'm looking at a little bit of text here, and SPX right now is still somewhat in no man's land currently at this time. Okay, so we're not seeing much movement there, but Nasdaq is showing a little bit of weakness, and this week there is somewhat of a large expiration happening today. So I do expect a bigger move happening either today or Friday. Now, interesting thing to note here is that they put premiums are starting to show a little bit of aggressiveness in its overall pricing structure. Okay, so I'm starting to see increased value on that, and we may see a little bit more downside happening today because the market makers may add some put hedges to the downside. Now, if you guys look at the leveling system, you guys will notice that there's a key large gap in terms of the level between level one bearish. So if you look at the overall levels here, so level one bearish is currently at 42.49 here, and there's going to be a little bit of a turbulence around here if we do see SPX trying to get here. But if this level does really break, we got a long way down here to 42.12. That's level two, which confirms the trend, and underneath that 1200 can see 41.79, which is at level three. So we're starting to see widening ranges on the downside. Yesterday, if you guys remember the leveling system, the market closed exactly at our level three bearish, like right to the T on that, right? And if you guys do remember yesterday's video, we even mentioned that there's multiple supports, right? The level one bearish, level two, level three, and all of that were very close to each other. And pretty much that's why we didn't play SPX to the downside, is because we had to buy closer to the money in order for that to work, and there was the risk to reward was not worth it. So we made a good decision on not doing that because the premiums, if you remember, the 4150 put opened at one and pretty much remained below one the entire day yesterday. Okay, so that's one important thing to really consider is yesterday's premiums and the difference in terms of what we see happening today. Okay, so wider range on the downside. Now on the upside here, level one bullish at our 42.89. Okay, so if that happens early morning on, we see a pump right there. That will be a good opportunity to short. And if you do decide to short, the 42.50 puts will definitely work and are going to be in range. So want to see if we can get a nice price on that. Right now, the 42.50 puts are priced at 3.5, and those premiums can go a little bit lower here. They have a sweet spot at 1.5, so make sure you guys write that down. 4250 puts have a sweet spot at 1.5 and 2 approximately, but I would say 1.5. So if we do see SPX climb to level one bullish here, we do like the SPX 4150 at around 1.5 as long as it happens in the morning. Okay. So do keep that in mind. If that does break out, we could probably see a retest at 4,300. Okay, But now, because it's the last 2 days and we're heading into FOMC, the range is definitely getting more severe towards the downside, and market makers are going to add those hedges. Okay, so we'll get into the individual stocks shortly, but a couple of things here is that of course, the Bank of Canada raised their interest rate announcement, didn't really affect the market much. We do got the unemployment claims happening at 8:30, so let's see if that moves the market today. No other major economic event happening so far. But considering that this month is has major expirations happening, volatility is likely to kick between the last 2 days here. We got the job numbers happening tomorrow as well. So this is certainly the time where the market makers will want to add those hedges. Next week we got a lot of things happening. So CPI Tuesday, FOMC on Wednesday. Okay, so I just wanted to really reiterate that so that you guys know, what's to come next week. And next week premiums are ridiculously expensive. Okay, so do keep that in mind. Now, for those individual stock levels that we're looking at, so starting to see a little bit of weakness in techs. Okay, techs are starting to look very weak here, and Nvidia is slightly in basing, but you can see based on the pre-market moves that this stock, definitely may want to go lower here. Okay, so if we see Nvidia try to break below 370, that's going to be a problem, and we may see some weakness in semiconductors. Okay, I mentioned yesterday in the chat that premiums are starting to get explosive, both in the up and the downside. Now, coin here is showing a little bit of weakness here. If it goes to 40 today, that will really jack the premiums. So watching this go to 40, very possible on the negative news with the overall crypto space and Binance lawsuit. Tesla here, let's see if it can hold 220. Okay, so it hit 230. We made a nice 200% gain on the 225 calls, and didn't even look back, not looking to get back into any calls, and seeing if this can hold this key support, which is at 221 for today. Netflix here also, we did get some super lottos on this at 430 because the premiums are, very explosive. It definitely was showing some strength when they had the multiple upgrades from JP Morgan and Wells Fargo, but currently it's giving it away. So I'm not so confident about that 430. We did buy it for a very cheap price, but still, let's see what happens. Okay, um, Apple also showing a little bit of sign of weakness as well. Let's see if it goes to 175. That's going to be the major support. If it manages to get to 178, 179, then the market will look better. LRCX also slightly lower here, needs to hold 600, but very possible that it can go to 630 if it breaks above 609 and 621. Okay, 621 I'll probably say is the biggest inflection point in the overall market for today. Okay. Other than that, guys, I don't see much out there at this time. There's nothing really, really moving the market, but techs are starting to show a sign of weakness. And be careful for this 42, 49. If it does break, we do have an opportunity to see a major swing towards the downside with 42, 30 being the midpoint resistance here. Okay, so a lot of opportunities on the downside today, and I think the next 2 days we're going to see some little bit of bearish activity happen in the overall market. Okay, so that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoy the call. Watch out for my YouTube videos. A lot of stuff I teach about the overall model, and I'm going to be working on that on a daily basis to give you guys education and everything you guys need to know about moving forward with that. So see you guys in the chat. Let's get that money.